So no rush this time here for Maru.
Yeah, what's
playing a normal game?
Well, you say that. Let's see if he has anything crazy planned here. He's getting another gas, so it doesn't look like it's a fast third CC. Let's see if it's like Banshee. Okay, I'm a little bit nervous right now for Maru. Now, he has this little Marine medevac little pushing force. He's getting his armory really quickly with Banshee, so it looks like it's going to be Marine Hellbat Banshee. All right, let's see if he can do something with this. He's microing back. Trying to keep that medevac back this time. He did get it picked off last time.
Marines are extremely well placed here, by the way. Like, this is such a good angle, and the Zerg's surround is actually starting to kind of crumble here. He's going to get those queens here. Can't heal this up anymore. It looks like finally enough Lings are going to come out, surround the Marines in the last Hellbat, and win the fight.
Well, there you have it. Another Hellbat push bites the dust. You know, I think like Maru doesn't really have any map presence now. He doesn't really have much of an army. So I think Solar from here can kind of just drone up. He's getting a big scout off. Sending it through, he sees that third command center. Sees that cloak that's being made. Yeah, but the spores are just about to finish. I mean, looks pretty decent for Solar here, I think.
There was no Spire made, right?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's just on Ling Bane.
Yeah. Without a Spire, it's much more difficult to punish this in any way. I mean, you pretty much can, if you're good enough, you won't even lose Marines. Now, here comes the push that I was waiting for.
Yeah.
And I want to see what this looks like, because, again, this wasn't a game that Zerg endured a bunch of abuse from early on in the game.
Well, he doesn't have that much creep over here, but he has Bane's speed. He's bringing Ling Bane around for a flank. I think he's going to save the hash. Here we go. The big flank coming in right now. Lings and Banes all over everything, but the Siege Tanks targeting those Banes beautifully there.
Yeah, and this was just smashed, dude. And so there is a humiliated Maru having to go head back home. Didn't do any damage at all. I'm sure there's going to be another push in a second here, but this is looking a lot more like what I was hoping from Solar here.
Yeah, he's kind of blocked everything. It doesn't feel like he feels overly rushed or anything.
No.
He's taking his expansions a good time. He's eliminating the pushes as they come. He's continuing to add on his workers. Maru with a quick stim in here onto that 5th base.
Okay, nice pickups. Again, you know, damaging the hatch is never enough, right?
No,
I mean, that can be healed, and so kind of another failed attack there. I like the Banshees just going for this extractor. This should be transfused as well, though. Oh, I guess not. So he's going to get away with that. Little victory, not too impactful, of course.
But now Solar is really getting up into those drone counts that he wants. Looks like he's going to be going directly into some Hydras here, and then Lurkers as well. So Ling Bane Hydra with this much creep, with this many bases, going to be pretty hard to break in. You know, this map, very different from some of our others. Pillars of Gold definitely has, like, a large area in the center where there's no bases. You know, there's, like, a very clear split of the map.
Okay, another attack in here. Actually kind of sloppy by Maru. Doesn't quite pick up in time. I mean, the idea is basically to snipe as many of the Banes as you possibly can and then scoop up the Marines, move away. And, you know, we'll see players like Innovation especially be quite good at this, where, you know, over time they've just chipped away at the army. But this time here, it looks like Solar's coming out with full force here. He's really, you know, kind of beating Maru up. Maru is not able to really get in deep anywhere and actually do any kind of committed damage. The creep is insane now. The creep is pretty unreal, to be honest with you. I am starting to see Maru get painted into a corner here as far as creep goes.
Painted purple into a corner.
Yeah, yeah. He has now pushed the creep up towards the upper left, making it difficult to even land a CC there. I don't know, man. We're getting nukes out here, but I'm starting to think that there's Solar's going to be in that too big to fail position here. Notice that the minerals and the gas are actually banking up. There's going to be a huge spike upward here. As he doesn't have much more to spend that on. And that's really where Zerg can start to get terrifying. Just like we had in Game 1, basically the idea is that as both of your maxed out armies clash into each other, because Zerg has a bunch of larvae banked up, they make literally exactly what they want to then win the next counterattack, right? Terran specifically, they have the units that can come from the barracks, the units that can come from the factories, the different units that need the different add-ons from those. They are nowhere near as flexible. Zerg is the most ultimate flexible race when it comes to army recreation and reassembly.
For sure. Look at this. Solar's getting everything. He's getting a neural parasite. He's getting his sky upgrades. Like, he's just prepared for every situation. Fusion core coming out from Maru. I'm very interested to see what he'll do with that. He is getting air weapons as well as the air armor. Like, is he going to go BC? Is he just trying to get, like, Liberator range, perhaps?
Yeah, I don't...
Like, I could see him going into BC. Like, that... I'm not sure what it'll do, but this feels very hard to deal with, so maybe it's some new tech. Oh, God. The Bane's just rolling into the ghosts. Doesn't matter if they can see them tasteless. The splash damage deals the damage all the same.
Yeah.
God.
And now watch, the supplies are even, but Zerg is going to skyrocket up once Solar starts clicking on his hatcheries.
Okay, 2 more starports. I am very excited actually to see this. Like, if he goes BC right now, we never really see a switch to BC in a game like this.
Yeah, not really.
A lot of times we see BCs early, and maybe even a lot of them.
Yeah.
But we don't really see people switch in Terran versus Zerg late game into BC, because then Zerg has all these tools that they can screw.
Well, I feel like it wouldn't be that good, right?
Yeah.
Like, it just seems...
Like, there's situations that they could be really good in, like defensively, maybe during these types of situations, they can sit back defensively and help, like, nail the Lings and Lurkers and use Yamato a bit. Maybe you can fly them across the map and jump them back defensively. Or, I mean, he could go into Liberators. There was, once upon a time, that was like when TY was the master of late game TVZ. It was all about Ghost Liberator. So maybe that's the idea. God, killing all these command centers.
Just so many Lings.
Oof.
Yeah, this is, again, it's the quadrant problem here. Like, Terran's got that fourth, the fourth part of their map, right? But it's really hard to actually hold on to anything outside of that.
21 SCVs going down, multiple command centers, can't hold that top left. Solar with just creep spread for days and days and days.
So Terran's going to try again. Now, Zerg has just way more income because of the bottom right bases, the extra bases he has. And so
this
is really where
50% more, just like he's looking at the numbers.
And so Zerg is going to, every time that their supplies start to plummet in the fights, Solar's going to have more resources to buy his way back into an opportunity. Yeah. Not all StarCraft games are like this, but this is, in TVZ on maps like this is kind of what happens. Yeah. And again, there are some similarities to Game 1. I don't feel like we really had the big push that was intended to end the game. Maybe Maru's decided that on some of these maps that's too hard to do, and it's better to try to play a more abstract game like this one, but...
That is a lot of lurkers.
Oh my God.
That is a lot of lurkers. Now, his siege tank line does go very deep. I don't know why he has a Cyclone right now, but okay, the Cyclone's here too. But yeah, the siege tank line is deep enough that Solar starts to rethink it. Some good snipes go off.
Terran's actually done it now. Terran's hanging onto this base. Do we have the Zerg hit somewhere in the middle or on the far right? I would love to see like 2 Niduses go down, come out into the main.
I'd definitely like to see that. He's actually gone into those Broodlord Infestor this time that we were kind of waiting for in the game number 1.
Yeah.
He's morphed them. So let's see what this push looks like. Definitely going to be reasonable against these siege tanks, but I mean, with the Ghosts there, see, the Ghost's going to run for it immediately. A lot of Vikings as well. We do have some Vipers. We do have some Infestors, so there's definitely counterplay. Look at that Fungal. Insanely good Fungal.
Damn. Yeah, really nice.
Really great Fungals. My God.
Yeah, all the Vikings go down. Zerg is going to have to start committing up here. By the way, guys, if Terran actually keeps the upper left base and the one below it, Terran wins the game. Zerg will mine out. This is positionally, it's good for the Zerg, but they have to actually end the game. We were talking about how it's hard to get out of that quadrant. Well, Maru's done it now.
Lurkers coming forward to the spores, burrowing, making it a little bit harder to connect anything with the broods. It's quite the spread.
Okay.
A little bit of clearing here in the center. Look at this defensive setup from Maru. He knows that you'd want to attack some of these other locations, so he's trying to make it like an area you just do not want to attack.
Okay. You know, the Brood Lords just can't get quite into the good spot where they want to be. You know, lots of spores are coming down. It's worth mentioning, you know, spores and don't take supply. So there's really nothing to prevent you from making a ridiculous amount of them. Okay, it looks like he's going to try to start taking swipes up here, which he needs to do. He just has to get that Viking count down. The Thor's a threat as well, but really it's the Vikings.
Yeah, I like the add of a couple Thors here. That can be pretty useful in some situations. And a lot of this does become a dance, right? All the spellcasters against each other. The Vipers and Infestors against the Ghosts. Can you get those fungals down? It does interrupt a little bit there with the Lurkers, but really great snipes.
Okay.
It's interesting seeing this, like, look at that, he just took the gas there. That's funny. Is he got long distance behind the gas or something?
This is one of these games where you really get to focus on one part of the map and think about it a lot. It's actually, once Terran gets it, it's not the worst spot in the world to try to hold.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know?
You got the high ground and that little, like, valley type thing.
There's not, I guess, I didn't notice until we're actually kind of like just hovering over it a lot. It's actually mostly narrow areas here.
Yeah.
Even though I a lot of times think of this map as really, really wide open, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, actually, that's not as wide as I thought. That's very hard to get a ground army to push up through there if there's enough siege tanks, especially with the way this arcing high ground is.
Wait, what is
he wanted to open up supply for something. I don't know what for.
I think he just killed. Did he kill some of his
tanks? He killed a
tanks?
tank. Yeah, he shot his own tank.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And here's Solar like, let me help you with that. And he's
yeah.
Did that tank live?
He's actually adding a lot of Thors. They're both sitting here at 138 army supply. It's ridiculous armies on both sides.
There is so much concentration. Look at the mini-map. Look at the blob of red that is just outside of the spot of creep tumors and spores.
I love it, too. You nuke and then you just run away with everything and lose your creep tumors. That's it.
Blizzard made us with legs.
Blizzard made us with legs.
I thought this was a good game design. And now we can run away from nukes that are fired at us. Like,
seems only fair, Tasteless.
It seems about right.
You can float a building away from a nuke as well.
Yeah.
Those poor Protoss. Those poor Protoss jokers, though, they can't get their buildings
No,
to
man,
go
they
away.
can't. They can't. All that technology, they couldn't put wheels on the pylons or something, you know?
The pylons are like floating above the ground. I don't even get it.
Yeah.
They should be able to just push them.
Yeah,
like
can't like an Archon just lean on this thing? Can't it like just pick one up and carry it?
100%.
Well, here we are, guys. We're still waiting to see if this base is going to get killed.
He's transfusing the geyser, Tasteless. This is so funny.
Yeah, he's transfusing that geyser. Why is there a geyser there? Oh, he's long distance mining.
Yeah, he's stealing
I didn't
gas
even
from
realize he was doing that. I was like, can you just make that for no reason? That's dumb.
He's going to end up mining more gas than Maru, that's for sure.
All right, we'll just wait for the nuclear bomb to hit, and then we'll just set up shop again. Okay, so Terrans mined out everything except for the top left. Zerg is long distance mining from the base in the bottom right. Just keep note of that, guys. That is not a base that's like hasn't been touched yet. It's going to be mined up eventually.
And really everything is about this base now. If Solar can deny it, he will win, and if he cannot, he will lose. So it's just this. Yeah, this is where we're at. The denial of a base.
Okay.
Stage 1 of ZVT endgame, base denial.
Base denial.
And stage 2, after all these nukes, is base grief.
Stage 3 is great. Base acceptance.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, he has his base. Okay, let's attack elsewhere. Hey, if you go kill like his production, you can definitely win like that too, I think.
Okay, I gotta take back part of what I was saying. I know that like the Zerg is gonna mine out the bottom right eventually, and Terran is starting to mine out this upper left base, but until the Terran starts to, oh, I guess he beat me to it. Now he's gonna mine this area here. He needs to get that as well. Now this is a much more attackable position. You have this kind of, this like little stoop over here you can have your army above and kind of fire down into.
This is a little bit scary though, right? Like he needs his spells in there, this Solar does. His spells are really important or he's just gonna get massacred. But it's hard to get it on top of it, right? With the Ghost trying to EMP things, trying to snipe everything. Right, backs up from that nuke. Not all the way though. That Overseer is gonna eat dirt, tasteless. Watch that Overseer. Oh!
Another attack in over here. And I mean, there's just such an insane number of Brutalies. I'm not entirely sure what's happening under these medevacs guys, but something's getting damaged.
Yeah, there's definitely some damage going down. Some parasitic bombs going out. I think that's a great way to gain some value now as well. Little counterattack of like 6
I do like the counterattacks in the top right a lot more now. Now that it's like mostly Vikings, tanks, and ghosts, it's like that can't get back through that fast.
No, it's not like the type of army you want to do that with either. And that is an insane fungal there.
Yeah, that's pretty
Fungals
sick.
like that, that's like, it's definitely how you're trying to win this game.
Okay, nuke coming in here again. And, you know, this late game has kind of come to a crawl now. We're just sort of... oh, he's actually getting rid of drones here for supply. This is something you can do at the Supreme endgame. Okay, that's almost mined out.
Once everything's mined out, you may as well, right? Tasteless, are you sad that we don't have God powers in StarCraft 2? Like, Solar can't just cast lightning on all those Liberators right now?
Yeah. Or he has a spell where he just breaks off a quarter of the map and it floats into space.
Look at these drones coming up. This looks like Terran versus Terran right now. Those poor drones.
Okay, so banked up now. Maru's ahead in minerals, which is a little bit more important than the gas in this matchup. Zerg's got a lot of gas.
Yeah. Dude, there's a nuke.
There's no way this is going to happen.
Okay.
No, okay. I was like,
well.
Oh, easy, buddy. He's like just using every ability on it.
You know, I've decided now whenever a nuke is being launched onto a giant Zerg army, I'm just going to start saying smart stuff I want to be remembered for because, like, that's the one thing I know will get to the top of StarCraft Reddit.
Everybody will end up seeing this. You just got to say what you really believe, like, the Earth is flat. Screaming at the top of your lungs as the nuke comes down.
Oh, nice EMP there. Festers lose their mana. Another one comes up. Oh, insane fungal right there.
So, I think that there's actually only 2 mineral patches left for the Zerg. Which means we're like 1 or 2 failed attacks away from Maru winning this game.
Look at the mining right now. Plus 55 minerals per minute for Maru, plus 139 for Solar. They are both just about broke. But Maru still has potential with his patches, at least. All right, I think Solar... Seems like Solar was starting to really push it. Where's that nuke?
Yeah, where is it?
Give us the nuke.
Nuke. All right, I think we are about to witness the Zerg basically, after all this build-up, be unable to muster the attack here. I gotta say, props to Maru. He actually got this upper left base and mined it out. I mean, it's very impressive. It's not a lot of Terrans can actually do that. Solar was playing the game of his life up until maybe the last 8 minutes or so.
Solar, I mean, he's still got like the giant army. He's not mining anymore. He doesn't really have any more minerals, so what you see is what you get for Solar.
Yeah, this is it. The minerals are steadily going up. Minerals and gas steadily going up. I think there's only 24 SCVs in this game. I think it would have been wiser to go for the infrastructure at the upper right. I think there was a lost opportunity here. Ooh. But then again, when you get this many corruptors, you're kind of stuck here. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Let's see if Solar can do it now.
Yeah, it seems like it's probably the final battle here.
All right, the Corruptors are taking fights over here. The Broodlings continuing to attack here on the ground.
His Corruptors are actually eliminating all the Vikings, but maybe too many Thors.
There's just too many Thors. The Thors are the victors. The robots have beaten the Kaiju Zartosis.
Yeah, it looks like it. Now, he's down to just Corruptors, basically. What's his army? Yeah, I guess that's it. GG. Maru.